Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel 1971 War Book series. Today we are going to talk to one of India's very popular former TV presenters, someone who had also been a faculty of Satyajit Ray Film Institute. At the same time, he had also been in the news media writing articles for the Statesman, very popular Statesman newspaper as well. He had also made documentaries on the 1971 war, and also at the same time I would say he is the father-in-law of a very popular star icon in West Bengal of India. He is the father-in-law of Rupam Islam, singer Rupam Islam, who had been the lead singer of Fossils. I think he is still the lead singer of the band Fossils. But today we are going to know about this man's other aspect, his services in the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War as a war correspondent. He had gone inside back then East Pakistan, today Bangladesh, to cover the Pakistani army atrocities and also the entire situation, including the work of the Mukti Bahini in the areas of Nator, Jessore, Rajshahi and Khulna. With his own eyes, he had witnessed the atrocities committed by the Pakistani army on the Bengalis, how the Mukti Bahini fought back, including his numerous interactions with the top brass of Bangladesh, including the father of the nation of Bangladesh, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and his family. Today we will be knowing all of these things, his work in the 1971 war, directly from the man himself, Abhijit Dasgupta. His family has also served in the 1971 war in the Indian Armed Forces in training the Mukti Bahini. So let's welcome Mr. Abhijit Dasgupta to our program today. So first, sir, I would like to have a brief description about you and your family background before we go on to the 1971 war, about covering your experiences in the war as a journalist. So if you could give me a brief background of yourself and your family, sir.
Well, we hail from Dhaka, basically. We came here in 1945, and therefore my roots are very much in Dhaka.
Okay.
In our family, the people who come from that side of Bengal, they speak what is known as Bengal Bhasha.
Right.
So in our house, my aunts used to speak in Bengal Bhasha.
Okay.
So I was quite conversant with the Bengal Bhasha. Then, after my higher secondary in 1963, I was supposed to go to Germany.
Okay.
I got
West Germany,
admission.
right, sir?
Sorry?
West Germany, right, sir?
West Germany,
Okay.
Stuttgart. Yeah, I got admission there. I wanted to do a master's in microphotography
Okay.
because photography was my hobby. And microphotography was coming in a very big way those days. But I couldn't go because my father had a heart attack and our life completely changed. In the sense that I had to take up a job.
Okay.
So immediately after higher secondary, I walked into the Statesman, and Pradipta Shankar Sen, he was the chief sub then. I knew him. So I said, I want a job. He said, you're not even a graduate. It doesn't matter. I'll do night college.
Okay.
He said, then you have to sit for an exam. So I said, I'm willing to sit for an exam. So I sat for an exam and got through. And then I joined Statesman as a trainee.
Okay.
As a trainee in 1963. I never used to get paid. I used to get what is known as a stipend.
Okay.
My stipend was 100 rupees a month. So that is how
it's a lot.
Anyway, in 63, 100 rupees was whatever.
Okay.
So 100 rupees a month is what I used to get. Plus, I used to take photographs. For each photograph, they would pay me extra. So end of the month, I'll end up with 400, 500.
Okay.
Okay by then.
Mm-hmm.
And then after about a couple of years,
Mm-hmm.
I was standing at the corridor, and Manoj Ghosh walked in.
Okay.
This is Manoj Ghosh walked in and said, "Hey Chokra, you understand what is Chokra?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, hey Chokra, you speak in English. I'm sure you can write in English. Start writing. Just
Mm-hmm.
taking photographs won't do." So
Okay.
I started writing. Standing at the corridor, he rebuked me. He said, "Hey Chokra, start writing."
Okay.
So that's how I began writing. So I became a photojournalist. I used to take photographs and write also.
Okay.
And it continued in 1971. Uh, the Operation Searchlight began on 25th of March. Actually, on 26th early morning.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, 26th early hours, very early hours. So, 26th evening, I had an evening assignment.
Okay.
So, those days, the statesman used to have a revolving glass door at
Acha.
the entrance. So I was about to go in when Charlie, Shadhan Banerjee,
Okay.
he was standing on the other side. And he said, "Hey, Bangal, go up, Hakai Danga lagse."
Okay.
So, Danga, he said Danga. So I didn't know. I went up. And then, news was just trickling in. We didn't have the actual news. We were, trickling in news that something was happening. The military had, mowed down people, things like that. But
Pakistani
nothing,
military in Dhaka, right?
yeah, but nothing substantiated. So that was 26. 27th, news started pouring in. And we could gather that the army had mowed down innocent professors and students at the Jagannath Hall and all that.
Okay.
So usually what I used to do is to join an adda, para adda. You understand what is a para adda?
Mm-hmm.
So para adda around 9 o'clock in the evening after my office.
Okay.
I would come and join. And there we had a pretty big group, and there was this sweetmeat shop. They used to have rasagollas. We used to have rasagolla and have atta.
Okay.
So we had Manoj Boshu's son, Mayuk Bose, Buddhadev Guha's two brothers, Vishwajit and Indrajit. And we decided that, I think we should go to Bangladesh, inter-Bangladesh.
Okay.
Some of our friends were with the pharmaceutical companies. Overnight, we gathered all kinds of medicine, life-saving drugs and all that. Pretty big bundle.
Mm-hmm.
28th of March, around 5 o'clock in the morning, Bula came. Bula is Vishwajit Guha.
Okay.
Honked under my honked his car. He came with his car and he said, "Let's go." So we started for the border. We thought we could just enter because things had, changed. So we could just enter. But lo and behold, what happened was we were literally kicked out of the border
Okay. By the BSF, I would say.
by the BSF. They said nothing doing, get lost, get lost.
Okay.
So everyone
This
said,
was through Benapol.
yeah.
Okay.
So we thought we have to go back. So everyone was pretty sad. We drove all the way and nothing happened. We collected whole night. We collected medicines and all. It's all going in vain.
Mm-hmm.
And then about a kilometer from the border, there was this tea shop, and he said, "Let's have tea."
Okay.
During my journalistic career, I've had the opportunity of working with the very best. And they told me the best news sources are the tea stall owners, the guard in a house, the driver. They are the best news sources.
Okay.
So, I started chatting with the tea stall owner.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you're 1 kilometer from the border. I'm sure you go across and people come across. He said, yes, of course. And this guy, this young kid who is working in my shop, he belongs to East Pakistan. He walks
Okay.
in every morning.
Okay.
So then I told him, look, we had come, we wanted to go enter East Pakistan. How do we go? He said, that's not an issue. This guy will show you the way, but he'll not cross over. He has to come and work for me.
Okay.
He'll go up to the border.
Yes.
So that young chap took us up to the border.
Mhm.
We had to walk through paddy fields, about a kilometer and a half, and there was this open border. No barrier, nothing. We could just cross across. There was just a small pillar. So we walked across. We walked for about 2-3 kilometers, and no one stopped us. Nothing happened. After having walked about 5 kilometers, suddenly we heard halt. And there were some 10-15 Bangladeshi, they were East Pakistani deserters.
Okay.
Somewhere from the police, somewhere from the army, some even shop owners and things like that. They were clad in lungi,
Mm-hmm.
barefoot. One of them had a rifle, but didn't have bullets.
Okay.
Didn't have bullets. He had the rifle. He was a police guy who would run away with his rifle, but didn't carry bullets.
Okay.
This was the group we met. And we told them that we have come, we have brought medicines for you. You need to fight, you need medicines. So they were very happy. They accepted us. And around 2 o'clock that very day, they raised the Bangladesh flag.
Okay.
The Bangladesh flag those days was different.
Mm-hmm.
It was green, red in the middle, and a map of Bangladesh in the middle.
In yellow color. Golden, I
that's,
was. Right.
that was the. So raised it, and we photographed that. And interestingly, one had a lathi, another had a spear, a third guy had a brick at hand, the fourth guy had a rifle, all scattered, some in lungi, some in shorts. Weird group. Anyway, so after having met them, we gave them all the medicines, and that was on the 20th of March. And this was Jessore.
Mm-hmm.
We went up to Jessore, and we came back late in the evening. So it was just going in and coming out. Okay, beyond that, nothing. My area of operation later on became Jessore, Khulna, Nator, Pabna, Rajshahi, that whole area.
Okay.
I have never entered through the Tripura border. I have not gone that side. But this side, I had gone in 12 times. 12 times, and there are very interesting anecdotes. At Pabna, I saw refugees fleeing and the Pak army chasing them.
Okay. Pakistani army was chasing them literally.
Chasing them. And they were running for their lives. I saw them. There was a small canal, and across the canal we could see, and we were on the other side of the canal. Then at Khulna.
And this was in
Khulna-
which month, sir?
Sorry?
This was in which month?
Oh, I went in 12 times, twice a month, let's say.
Okay.
So twice a month I went in.
Okay.
So whatever time it was, we went in twice a month.
Okay.
And we means after that, my friends did not go.
Mm-hmm.
It was my journalistic friends who went.
Okay.
So the journalistic friends went, and we had a fantastic understanding those days. I remember Tarapada Banerjee, who was a shooter also and a photographer of Anandavaja Patrika. Mona Chaudhuri from Times of India, we used to go in together, and interestingly, one would return, the other two would stay back.
Okay.
Whoever returned carried everyone's rolls. Okay, there was no competition. And the first thing they did was, if I had sent the roll, they would come to Statesman, give the rolls, then go to Anandabazar or Times of India with their rolls. Okay. If I was coming in, I'd first go to Anandabazar, then Times of India, then come to Statesman. So that was the kind of understanding we had. No competition, very friendly, all of us were. And then Tarada was someone who went more with me, and Deepak went. And we went, and I remember this was in Rajshahi.
Rajshahi.
This was sometime in April, mid-April, I think. You know, Rajshahi, they have this railway line. One side of the railway line was occupied by the Pak army, and the other side belonged to the Mukti Bahini. And the line was the cut-off point. And the water tank was on the Pakistan army side.
Okay.
The supply tank for the whole Rajshahi town. And they had stopped water supply. So that they were almost forcing the people to come out so that their snipers could get them.
I mean, these were local, they were shooting local people, or, I mean, EPRs?
Local people, very much local people. Anyone they could see, they would shoot.
Okay.
Okay. I think this was the Baluch regiment that was posted there.
Punjab, I think 25 Punjab at that time, April.
Whatever, but they had snipers.
Okay.
So we went to the roof of a house and to see the other side of the railway line, where the Pak garrison was still there. That side was under Pak control. And suddenly they started firing at us. And we had to duck completely under that parapet. And I have a photograph where, I just picked up my hand and shot. And half the parapet is there, and then you can see the railway line and the Pakistan flag flying over the water.
Okay.
So that was a lot of firing. We faced a lot of firing. And that evening, the return was remarkable for us. We had come to the banks of the Podda, opposite the Ayub Khan Cadet College. And from there, we were supposed to take a boat, cross over to the canal of Indian side, walk, then take another boat and reach India.
Okay.
Come to Baharampur, Murshidabad. That was the route we had taken. So, as we reached, actually what had happened was, that day, I met a guy. He was a student leader.
It was of?
He was a student leader.
Okay, he was a student leader.
He commandeered some 1,000 students. He was from Rajshahi University. The day before we went in, he hijacked the jeep of the district commissioner.
District commissioner, okay.
Of Rajshahi. And later on, the district commissioner was sent to BSF with hands tied behind his back, eyes blinded. He was sent. I am told that that guy eventually went back to Pakistan after the war.
West Pakistan.
West Pakistan.
Okay.
So this guy, he had hijacked the jeep. So I met them and they said, "Would you like to go on a tour?" I said, "Sure." He said, "I don't think you should go because there's a lot of firing." I told him that if you guys can face the firing, so can we.
Mm-hmm.
Don't underestimate us.
Okay.
If we could cross across the border and come, we can always go. So in his jeep, so-called hijack jeep,
Mm-hmm.
we went around a lot of place, and by the time we returned to the Icon Cadet College, it was almost 6:30 in the evening. It was already too late. We had a boat to ourselves, but you know what is Abhi? Dust storm.
Dust storm. Right.
Dust storm.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly there was a dust storm. And in a dust storm, you can't see anything. Akbar was a guy who was our guide. Akbar.
Mm-hmm.
We used to hold each other's hand and go because Adi was going on, and Akbar was the first guy to lead. Suddenly, Akbar, we couldn't locate Akbar anymore. And in that blinded storm, we were going around for about 2.5 hours and never reached the banks of the Podda.
You couldn't reach.
We couldn't reach because we were going around in circles.
Mm-hmm.
We had lost our way completely. And then rain started pouring in. As rain came in, the Adi settled. The dust storm settled. And we realized we were standing in front of Alpha Cadet College, and the Pakistanis were entering Alpha Cadet College.
Right in front of the enemy.
Right in front of the enemy.
Okay.
So, in the meantime, after the rain, this moon rose. We said we have to keep the moon behind us and walk.
Okay.
So we started almost crawling and then running towards Podda. And then we reached the banks of the Podda, got the boat. The boatman was missing. So we had to row it ourselves across the Podda, which was another adventure. And then we reached the other side, by which time it was almost 1 o'clock in the night.
Okay.
At 1 o'clock, we couldn't see anyone.
Mm-hmm.
We had to cross the canal again to reach India.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have this small guard thing. They guard for fishing. They guard the fishing nets. So we were completely drenched, but luckily one of us had a cigarette lighter, not a matchbox. So we lit with that hut, small hut, put it on fire.
Okay.
After we put it on fire, the BSF said, "Kaun hai," and then the BSF came across, and we could cross. Later on, we paid the guy for burning his hut, and then we returned.
And
So-
all of these things were happening without you having any passport to cross and come back.
Nothing,
Nothing.
nothing. By the time I received my war correspondent card,
Mm-hmm.
it was September.
Okay.
September, I received my war correspondent card, and I remember there was this Colonel Shepherd, who was looking after the PR of the army.
Okay.
He gave me the card and said, "Young man, remember one thing. The Pak army will shoot you first, then check your press card."
Right.
So this doesn't mean a damn. Huh? Don't think you're covered under Geneva Convention.
Okay.
You're on your own, so just be careful. This card is just a validation that you won't be harassed this side of the border.
This side. Okay.
That side, they will first shoot you and then check your card. So that was that. I remember, I think it was 4th of January 1976
Mm-hmm.
that I entered East Pakistan for the first time with a valid document.
Okay.
I had this letter from the army saying that this guy is allowed. Beyond that, I had nothing.
Okay.
I had the press card from mid-September onwards, but I didn't have anything else. But these guys, it said you can go up to Dhaka. So Shadhunda, that is Charlie,
Mm-hmm.
Charlie and I, we decided to go to Dhaka, and we took one of the first Dakota flights because the runway, half the runway was only available. The Indian Air Force has successfully battered the runway at
Right.
Dhaka. So half the runway was available, and there was this Dakota aircraft that took us to Dhaka,
Mm-hmm.
and it was an Air Force Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have proper seats. There was this bench seats that you
Bench
see in the
seats.
cinemas.
Mhm.
Bench seats on two sides.
Mm-hmm.
Bench seats and nothing else. So,
Okay.
so we went to Dhaka.
This was mainly meant for carrying military personnel because their seats are like that,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
would say.
It's meant for carrying military personnel only. It's not meant for civilian personnel. But we were journalists, so they agreed to take us.
Mm-hmm.
So we went. We landed on the 4th of January, 1976. Our assignment was youth power in Bangladesh
Okay.
because the youth power, that is students' wing, they had played a major role in the uprising.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in Bangladesh, for that matter, Dhaka University is the kingpin of whatever. Around it, all things happen.
Right, right.
Dhaka University.
Mm-hmm.
So our job was to do an in-depth study on the students and the youth power. So when I went in, I thought who would be the best guide. So I went to Sheikh Kamal.
Sheikh Kamal, okay.
Straight went to Sheikh Kamal, and we, believe it or not, from the first minute we became friends. We became friends. So much so that every day he used to take me to all kinds of places, including the meetings, to the houses of, there was this called Makkan, Abdul Quddus Makkan. We used to call him Abdul Quddus Butter. Abdul Quddus Butter. Then all those people we met, the student leaders,
Mm-hmm.
and incidentally, they were very reluctant to surrender arms.
Okay.
They said, there's no way we will surrender our arms. And
Even
there was
in
a time,
1973, they didn't want to surrender their weapons.
1976, they didn't want to surrender.
Okay.
Sorry, 1972.
Right. Okay.
1972, I'm talking about 1972.
Mm-hmm.
1972, they were reluctant to surrender arms. Did I mention 1976? 76 I had gone, but actually I
I
had
mean,
meant 1972.
Right. I mean, 72. I presume that because Sheikh Kamal was dead by then.
Yeah, yeah. Sheikh
Yeah.
Kamal was very much there. In fact, I have several photographs of Sheikh Kamal. I have photographs of young Hasina. I have photographs of Joy on the laps of
Sheikh Hasina.
his grandmother,
Okay. Grandmother.
Mujib's wife.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of things. I was let into the house. I became a family member.
Okay.
And I remember I had gone to, the Prime Minister was Kondokar. Kondokar was with the, what was his name?
Tajuddin Ahmed.
Tajuddin. I'm sorry.
Right.
You know, age is catching up with me. Tajuddin Ahmed. I went, and it was at 6:15 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading a newspaper and sipping on a cup of tea.
Okay.
Early morning. I thought I'll go and catch him early morning.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said, "Apni na khe jaban na. Have breakfast with me." So I had the opportunity of having breakfast with the 3 kids.
Okay.
Uh,
Two of
and
them are right now in Dhaka, and I think they're on the other side.
they're on the other side because One was an MP and later on became a minister also.
Hmm.
I had met her recently. Her eyes were filled with tears when she saw the photographs.
Mm-hmm.
So I have all these. Now, of course, I took the last flight out of Dhaka in 2024, last year.
Okay.
I gave Juni a copy of my book,
Okay. Photograph, the
the
book.
photograph that I had taken in 1971. And she had tears in her eyes. She was all in tears. So, I had met this guy called Monoranjan. What's his name? Monoranjan
Ghoshal.
Ghoshal. That's
Stays
right.
in
Monoranjan Ghoshal.
Okay.
Monoranjan Ghoshal. He was a singer.
Okay.
He was a singer. He came and sang for the Bangladesh Shadhin Bangla Bitar Kendra and all that,
Mm-hmm.
which was operating out of Kolkata those days.
Right.
So that was another place that we visited pretty often.
Mm-hmm. To
Not
cover the
that,
entire radio station, what was
no,
happening there?
no. We used to have an Adda station there. Basically, in Adda station, Pranab Sen would go, Debuta would go, Debdul Montagod would go.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have an Adda station, come back, and Pranab would write, and Debdul Montagod would read. Yeah, that.
Okay.
So that went on for quite some time. We went there at least 10, 12 times.
Mm-hmm.
10, 12 times. And yeah, but my meeting with Sheikh Kamal was very eventful and very remarkable, I would say, because he had taken me to places where people were still not allowed to go. And I had gone to those people, I have met them.
Places like, sir?
My last documentary that I did was on Operation Jackpot.
Mm-hmm.
It was only possible because Sheikh Kamal had introduced to certain people at that point of time who helped me locate these guys.
Okay.
Otherwise, locating them would have been impossible.
Mm-hmm.
But they were all low key and didn't want to speak really. It was only because I knew the right kind of persons and they were close to the Mujib family.
All right.
And they agreed to speak to me. The next documentary that I'm working on right now is on the kilo flights.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had the opportunity of interviewing whoever is alive. So that's also there.
Now coming back to the war, sir, like
Yeah.
you were talking about entering the Pakistani army, their camp itself through the, I would say, sandstorm or dust storm. So after that, what happened? If you could give a brief description. Till.
Yeah, I have seen something. I have seen dead bodies scattered around the field.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen dogs eating human beings.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen bullock cart load of dead bodies being taken.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen mass graves. I've seen it all, but only on one occasion I failed to take a photograph because somehow I lost my nerve at that point of time. There was this Pakistani tank and it was on fire.
Okay.
And this guy, inside the tank, he was coming to combat, full in fire. It would have been a remarkable photograph of somehow a man, after all, he's a man.
Mm-hmm.
He could be from the other side, but a human being on fire, being burnt. It was something that I couldn't photograph. That, I would say, is my failure in a way, but I just couldn't. I just
Right.
Calcutta University those days used to publish. Calcutta University published 2-3 booklets on Bangladesh.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 of them. Um, there was this press, Radiant Press. Radiant Press used to print them.
Okay.
And after my 4th or 5th venture into East Pakistan, I decided to publish a book,
Mm-hmm.
a booklet, basically to make West Pakistanis aware of the atrocities. And at that point of time, lakhs of refugees, they were streaming into India.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, Kennedy had come,
Right.
he had gone to the border,
Mm-hmm.
and I accompanied him. I saw the whole lot.
The
So there
conditions
was,
of the refugees, right, sir?
sorry,
You had seen the condition of the refugees.
he had to come to see to believe.
Leave, right.
Because seeing is believing.
Mm-hmm.
And as he came in, I have a photograph of he standing at the shore and 4-5 boats full of refugees coming in.
Okay.
I've seen that. I have a photograph of that also. And then, towards the end, that's early August, I think, towards the end of the first stage, before the second stage began. Second stage is when India started helping them.
Mm-hmm.
The first stage was just them. The second stage was from July itself, India started helping them.
Mm-hmm.
The Mukti, training them and all that. At that point, I thought of publishing this book, Exodus 1971 AD. And I went to Mrinalda, I went to Manikda, Sutrajit Rai, I went to, in fact, that's a book that has a small write-up by Deepak Bandyopadhyay,
Okay.
who never came back.
He was
If you
killed.
know.
I think 2 journalists were killed on the after entering through Kumilla side.
Deepak was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Deepak was one of them. So,
I think Calcutta Press Club also has a memorial dedicated to them.
Calcutta Press Club will
outside.
have a statue of Deepak very soon.
Okay.
Huh.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So, that Deepak had written for my booklet. Professor P. Lal had written. N. Vishwanathan had written. A lot of the Ramapada Chaudhary had written. Buddhadev Goa had written.
Mm-hmm.
More booklet. In 1970, I had participated in the Asian Motor Rally, Tehran to Dhaka.
Okay.
And I had befriended some East Pakistani guys.
Mm-hmm.
Befriended. They went with us. We drove all the way to Tehran and we became friends. Belu Bhai was an architect, and his brother and his cousin, that was their team. And one of the brothers used to stay in Karachi. So we decided that we'll smuggle the books
Okay.
to Karachi.
Wow.
The idea was I would send 10 books at a time, 10 booklets to Sri Lanka. Because I couldn't send it directly.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Sri Lanka. From Sri Lanka, it would go to Karachi. Karachi, it will go as 5 booklets each, not more than that. And his job was to, leave them at the library, at a petrol station, at a restaurant, or just leave the book and go. Clandestinely, he'll just leave a book and go.
Mm-hmm.
So people would come to know. I don't know what effect it had, but if it had reached even 100 people, I'm sure they would have been convinced that Pakistan was wrong.
Right.
The book was highly praised by Satyajit Ray, Kushwant Singh, all of them.
That's
So-
a wonderful, work you have done, I would say.
Yeah, but you know what has happened? Age is catching up, so I keep forgetting things, especially names.
Hmm. I mean, trying to
That's
make the
eight
public
year.
there aware, which Pakistan government was trying its best to suppress all of these news, and that is a commendable effort. Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to suppress everything. For that matter, you know, what really had happened on 25th night or 26th early morning, people have seen just the VHS video that a professor had shot.
Hmm.
No. That too, the third version, the fourth version, so in the VHS, when you have the fourth copy, the picture deteriorates.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. But I had met people who were actually there, who were saved. I met people. It's a grateful experience. Grateful experience. And believe you me, the people who sacrificed their lives, that sacrificed their families for the liberation of Bangladesh, are today in the hiding. If I call them, they don't pick up the phone.
Hmm.
You know, whatever be the reason.
I do understand. I do get that on my side also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't pick up the phone. The phone keeps on ringing. Not that it's not ringing. They just
Hmm.
don't pick.
Yeah.
So this is what is happening. I don't know what the future holds for us, but I hope better senses will prevail.
Right.
Because you have to remember, the Pakistanis were the one who treated them as third-class citizens.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And if you handhold with the Pakistanis still once again, then who are you betraying? You're betraying your ancestors,
Yeah.
your fathers, your grandfathers. You're betraying your ancestors. That's what you are doing.
Right.
Because eventually, what will happen is, in Bengali, they say what? "Chucho dhake phal hoye bere." You know, the Pakistanis will slowly get in, and eventually it will become East Pakistan again. And
Yeah.
these guys will again be pushed to where they were.
Hmm. Hmm.
They're still not realizing that. That's the unfortunate part. After all, they could stand up with their heads high.
Hmm.
The economy was booming.
Booming.
I have seen women line up before garment factories, huge long queues.
Hmm.
Garment factories, they were run virtually by women.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I would say since the 90s, their garment industry had been booming very much.
Yeah, and it's all gone now.
Yeah.
It's on the decline. Business is on the decline,
Hmm.
on a steep decline.
Right.
So, what makes me sad is that people forget, and what I cannot accept is the ungratefulness.
Ungratefulness.
India is perhaps the only country in the world that conquered a nation and withdrew every single soldier from their soil
Yes.
and made them a free country. No other, I doubt if there are any history references where every single soldier was recalled back.
And I think this was said by Prime Minister. Still say Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. I think 2 months before she had to leave the country herself, that India is the only country who removed their troops
Yeah,
after 3 months.
you know, Major Dalim,
Right. Yeah.
the guy who killed Sheikh Mujib, was a brilliant officer. My cousin who had trained Dalim during the prior to the liberation told me that he was a brilliant officer. Any army would have been proud of him. But look what Mogozulai, Shotri Press Mogozulai can
Right.
do. This brainwashing can completely brainwash you
Hmm.
and make you a Frankenstein.
It is believed that these people who came from Pakistan in 71, most of them might have been allied with Pakistan, though they fought the liberation war.
And the so-called Rajakars
Razakars.
or the Biharis as they would call them,
Hmm.
they are into power today.
Right.
The Rajakars are into power today.
Hmm.
In a hardcore fundamentalist, any kind of fundamentalism, be it in any religion, irrespective of any religion, any kind of fundamentalism is something that ruins a country.
Right, sir.
How many people died during the crusade? Imagine.
Huge. That too, people coming from Europe to the Middle East to fight.
Just imagine that.
Yeah.
Fanaticism is something that kills, doesn't help anyone to build the nation.
Right. Now, another thing I would like to know, that is the end of the war and your presence from November to I think 16th or 17th of December before the conclusion of the war. How much you have covered and what have you experienced, sir? If you could talk about that.
Oh, the usual, twice a month I used to go. Even towards the end, that was my routine.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my last trip was to Khulna.
Khulna. Okay.
Khulna. I went through Jessore and went to Khulna.
Mm-hmm.
And Khulna, I saw uh, fields and Indian army. They were sweeping the field
Okay.
because the Pak army had planted mines, landmines.
Acha, acha, acha.
If anyone stepped on it,
Right.
so Indian army, they were sweeping the fields to find landmines. Even agricultural fields, they had mines.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who goes to the agricultural field? A farmer.
Right.
What harm did a farmer do?
Nothing.
So,
I think in
everybody,
many cases Pakistani army was killing people for sport. Yeah.
you see, I have seen villages on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen Hindu villages set on fire, and I have seen Muslims helping the Hindus cross the border,
Mm-hmm.
you know, escorting the Hindus across the border, giving them money, giving them food, all that. All this religious divide is a political game.
Right.
It's a nasty political game. So, but I cannot forget my Sheikh Kamal. I cannot forget. I met Sheikh Jamal,
Mm-hmm.
who was flamboyant. He would, wear jazzy shirts and things like that.
Right.
Huh? I met him also. And I met the young kid. Even the young kid was shot. Can you
Sheikh
believe
Russell.
it?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Sheikh
Yeah,
Russell. Mm-hmm.
Sheikh Russell. Even he was shot. It's incredible. Wa- One can believe. How can you shoot a child?
Right.
How? What kind of bravery is that? I don't know.
And I think before dying, he was saying that I want to go to my mother. That's what he said. Yeah.
That's the usual thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything like after sweeping the fields, that part. Anything else you have seen in Khulna regarding Indian Armed Forces or Pakistanis
No,
after the
I saw Indian
surrender?
Armed Forces going in. I saw, you know, welcome Indian Armed Forces, and local people had set up tea stalls
Okay.
for the Indian Army. Um, all that I've seen. You
Mm,
know, some were throwing flowers,
mhm,
others invited them for tea,
mm,
uh, dab, offering them dab.
mhm.
Stuff like that. I've seen. But you have to also remember that there were the Rajakas who were in the hiding,
Mm.
and I don't know why. I think Sheikh Mujib was a soft-hearted man. Somewhere he had a soft heart to pardon the Rajakas. He ought not to have pardoned the Rajakas. They should have pushed, go back to Pakistan,
Right.
or wherever you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
That, in my opinion, was a mistake.
It was indeed.
Not very many people agrees with me, but that, in my opinion, is a mistake.
Right. It's a wonderful talk, sir. And before concluding today, I would like to have a brief of your journalistic career after 71 till date, and your work on the two documentaries. Bit on that, sir.
After 71, I had in 74,
Mm-hmm.
I had gone to Delhi.
Okay.
Delhi office, Statesman Delhi office.
Mm-hmm.
So I was walking on Parliament Street when Borunda, here's the news read by Borun Haldar,
Mm-hmm.
the national news reader Borunda. He said, hey Abhi, how come you are here? I said, I had come for work. So, let's go to my house, we'll have lunch and then we'll come back. He dragged me to his house, had lunch,
Mm-hmm.
then we walked back. He said, you must meet PVK. He has become the first Director General of Doordarshan television. So I went and said, hi sir, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. He said, do you know television is coming to Calcutta? He said, I've seen television. I was staying at the YMCA, Delhi YMCA.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen television, it's third class. It's only, they show cinema and some guy reads the news looking down,
Okay.
reading paper. And I don't like that. He said, that is why we need you.
Acha.
You have to join. So I said, I'm not interested in television. He said, doesn't matter what you like or not. You have to join. So, the government, you have this note sheet pads. With one side, you have a line.
Mm-hmm.
In that note sheet, he wrote my application and said, sign it here. So I was forced to sign. And that's how I joined television. And later on, of course, I became quite addicted to television.
Okay.
And I retired from Doordarshan in 1995 as a station director,
Mm-hmm.
and then joined ESPN. After ESPN 3 years, I was doing elections for NDTV and Aaj on a national grid. And then I came back, started my own television channel, Bangla এখন Khabar Ache, which ran for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And because it was at the top of the chart, and since then I've been teaching. I was with the SRFTI as a dean.
Okay.
And then
Yes, yes, yes.
I was with SRFTI as a dean for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kept on doing my documentaries. So I did my documentaries. I'm still happy. I'll be 80 this December.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wonderful. Okay. ঠিক আছে স্যার।
Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.